Hello my dreams, it's Dream. Today I'm going to explain how I made the subquest for my game. This video contains more drawing and work process than actual game development progress, so it's more like speed painting video with voice explanation. Hope you like it, let's get started. First of all, I want to explain what I need to make a subquest. In my game world, the player can take pictures of other characters and discover their secrets or stories. So, to make one subquest, I need in-game full character illustration and illustration for the picture. But to be specific, I can divide all the process into 5 steps. First, draw a character. It takes 4 or 5 hours for this. And separate all the parts. It takes only an hour mostly, but it depends on how the character will move. And rigging all the parts. Rigging means put some bones into the images so I can move them easily. And animating. Rigging and animating don't take long. I usually finish them in about an hour. I try not to spend too much time because if I keep watching the same animation over and over, I lose track of whether it looks good or not. It's easy to get confused by the movement and illustration for the picture. Do you remember that I talked about Vivian's secret door? I said maybe you can take a chance to sneak a peek what's behind it. And it's time for that. Normally, I only need to draw a character without any background, but this time I want to make this door look like it's opened. So I decided to draw the whole door for in-game illustration. I tried to calculate the door size for the illustration and drew the door with the same size from the store. This time I wanted to draw she is doing something very secretly behind the secret door. And for something secret, she needs to sew with yarn and needle. So I made her pose to do something in front of the desk. While she is sewing, she is holding something on the other hand. I added light first and adding colors for her clothes design. Maybe you already noticed, but I designed her dress as a one single book. Especially for the skirt. The 3 golden AAA is the cover of the book, and the middle is the pages of the book. Under that, red and white parts are also side view of the book, and the brown parts are the bookcase. Her collar is also the cover of the book with a ribbon bookmark. All her white ribbons are shape of the open books, and the bottom of shoes are the side view of the books. So it looks like she is stepping on the books. I wanted her outfit is obsessed with books with every single detail, so anyone who see her outfit immediately can notice she is related to books. After the rough color sketch is done, I'm adding more light with details. This time, I only need to draw the side view, so it's not gonna take a lot of time. Don't forget to add some yellow color to match the vibe with the background. After finish most of the outfit details, I'm starting with the face details. This is the most important part in my opinion. Face is the part that people's gaze lingered on longer than others, so I'm trying to spend more time for the face. And as you can see, I am using a lot of liquify function. I think this is the strongest tool in the Photoshop. After the face, I'm going down for more detail. Now I'm adding the door frame to look like the door is opened. Most of the shapes are done, so all I need to do is adding a small details to everything. I think this is the part that takes a lot of time. I usually spend 1 or 2 hours just for this. And I think the hardest part to draw Vivian is frills. She have a lot of frills on her dress and accessories, so it takes time to finish all of them. After the drawing, I need to cut all the part by part. I need to erase all the useless drawings from the parts. And after cut the part, I need to draw invisible details. This is very important for the animation. If I don't fill up the invisible parts, I can't even make the character move. This is the final result of the cutting parts. I didn't separate all the parts with a lot of detail. This is for only one event, so I worked the least amount of parts, so I can save the time and make more quests or illustration with that saved time. And now it's time for rigging. Like I said, rigging is putting bones into images so I can move them easily. I usually start with the hips and go up with the spine, but this time I start with the leg. Changing bones color is very important to me. It's easily get confused by bones, so I'm always trying to change all the bones color. And I'm always trying to give them opposite color. For example, red for the right and blue for the left, or purple for the right or yellow for the left. As you can see, Spine have auto tracking mesh function, so I can save a lot of time to make mesh images. All I need to do is adjust the dots for clean imaging. Normally, I separate eye from the face to make the character close their eyes. But this time, I didn't separate eye from the face. I just drew other eyelid to cover the eye. This way, I could save more time with least bones and functions. The eye blinking motion might not be very smooth, but since this event animation size is really small and one-time use only, this is not gonna be a very big problem. And Spine have a physics function, so I could easily make the natural hair movement with a one click. And now I'm adding physics to clothes and skirt. After that, I had to rig the needles and the yarn. I thought this is the hardest part of this file because I've never done it before. I gave the least amount of mesh to the yarn and bind the dots to plush, and other dots bind to the needle. And I love the result. They move very flexibly and stretches very well. And after the rigging, I'm starting to make the animation. I wanted her to focus on her job, so I didn't give her any face expressions. After that, it's time for the illustration. I forgot to record the rough sketches and the initial parts, so I brought the captured images. I usually start with the very rough sketch and add the gray color with the light and shadow. And after that, I added some colors. This way you can save the time for the light and shadow. If you start with the color from the beginning, you might get confused by colors and details and forget about the light and shadow. This will make your drawing look flat. Of course, you can start with the full coloring, but I got a lot of help from starting with the dark gray color and save a lot of time. I wanted her eye to glowing in the dark, just like she have magic power or something. And since she was sewing something, I gave her yarn and needle as cute object. I made her yarn as heart shape. This can't happen in reality, but I think this kind of action make illustration more attractive and adorable. I added some details for the face and now I'm working on other features. I wanted Vivian to look like she is enjoying something she's doing, but I made the light is coming from the below, so her face looks a little scary. Oh, and the banana is just for the cover for avoiding the spoiler. I want to share this with you someday, but it's just not the time yet. We can talk about everything after the game release, and I can't wait to do that with you. And background is blurred for the same reason, so this is not the final version of the illustration. Just like the Alice, I wanted people feel shocked and a little bit scared from this illustration. I considered to add some magic circle effect around her, but I decided not to. I thought it can interrupt to focus on her face and other features. And done. This is not the final version, but this is all I can show you right now without any spoiler. And this is the final result. After you reached some specific affection with her, or if you cleared some Sultan quest before, you can see the Vivian is doing something behind the door, and you can take a picture of her to see what's going on. So currently I'm working on other subquests for other characters, and I can't say this is small work to do, so it's gonna take some time to finish all the other characters' subquests. I'm not sure how many quests there will be, but I'd love to show their past stories or the secrets with the subquest. It feels really satisfying and rewarding to work on their stories with the subquest functions. And like I said, I can't wait to share this with you. And thanks for waiting for me and always encourage me with kind words. I'll support your dream as always, just like you do to me. Let's not give up on our dream, because I'll never give up on my dreams. Thanks for watching, and I'll come back with another game update. Until next time, stay healthy, stay strong. All the best. Rim.